Oh, shalom, RasTafari. We're going to get right into this right here. Let's open up the Hudade document. I think I have it on a thumb drive. Let's just select this, because sometimes when we're just meditating behind the camera, we're meditating so much, and then we finally recognize we haven't recorded anything. So we want to just record this, and so we can share this and can be beneficial to I and I brothers and sisters. We're in the 19th Torah portion, reading and feeding, and this week's Torah portion is number 19, and you can find it right over here. All right, you see it right over here. This week's Torah number 19, Sitota Meba, in the Hebrew Teruma, which is contribution, or the heave. It's also known as the heave offering. So we begin that reading and feeding from Ehud, which is the first day in the week, Sunday, and that's according to the royal order of the Ethiopian Hebrews of the Lion of the tribe of Yehuda, Jah Praise Society. Awol, the Society of Jah Praises, the Lion of the tribe of Judah Society of His Imperial Majesty. So greetings, brothers and sisters. And as we sought to announce in the previous vids that we uploaded, that we have begun the Lent, what's called the Lent, or the Lenten Feast, right? The Lenten Feast as of the 16th of February, what's known as the feast time of Lent, according to the faith which was once delivered to the saints, which the Ethiopian church, the Tewahedo Church, has been a faithful custodian from Acts of the Apostles chapter 8 to 1974-75. Now we're in a Laodicean situation, a mixed, like the mixed multitude of the children of Israel in the wilderness for the past 40 years. So this is the fast season that leads up to Fasika, Pesach. Actually, if you go to the Heraclius fast, or the Herkal fast, which is known as a B.A. Tzom, or Tzom, the word Tzom means to fast. Tzom. What's interesting is that in Ethiopia, what's known as Tzom wet, right? Sometimes for RasTafari, they will offer I and I what they call like Tzom wet, or Tzom migab. Migab is food, right, or that which is edible. And fasting food is actually vegan or vegetarian. Just to kind of just note that right there. Fasting food is in Ethiopia, when they recognize, I and I as RasTafari, and many ones do. And, they've learned things about I and I, as well they should, as we have learned about them, and as the two families of Exyaviher, the sustainer Yahweh, learn about one another, right? Because education, as the King of Kings, Kadamawi, Haile Selassie teach, education is the key, right? So, on fasting, some very interesting notes on fasting, because there's the story, and then there is the mystery, right? There's the story, and then there is the mystery. So what we're going to do is look up a couple of verses here in the scriptures. What does Yeshua, what does I and I, Black Lord and Savior, say concerning fasting, right? Concerning fasting. Okay, and if you look up fast and bride, I want you to look up fast and bride. All right, fast and bride. In fact, we should actually, give thanks. I see that there's some new art. I usually come here and look at the new art. What's the new art? And links and then also scroll up and down the page. If you scroll down the page right here, right, and check out I brothers and sisters, Rastafari, Espanol as well. Give thanks to Wyndham Alonso and the I co-laborers and I brothers, so-called south of the border, but in the Americas, in the Caribbean and in the South. So we heal up the I in El Señor RasTafari name. Yes, I. All right, so here we go right here. As you scroll down, we go right here, and the downloads and file sharing. Some new files that we had uploaded right here. The web mistress uploaded this. Here we got number 2 is through Hudade to Fasika. Number 1 doc is Paul, the Gnostic opponent of Peter by G. Macy. And this is following up on some of the reasonings that I've been having about Paul and the Apostle Paul, as well as help to clear up some of the confusions that the counterfeit Christianity has engendered out there, as well as the third file that in the downloads and file sharing right here is Black Britons, right? Black Britons is the essay by Koa article right here. Black Britons, the seed that created Europe. But for this season, we're going to focus on this particular doc right here, through Hudade to Fasika, with the Honorable Robert Nesta Marley. Now, let's open this document right here. All right, we're going to open this particular document right here off of I9 thumb drive. And this might be a couple of vids right here touching on fasting, right? Speaking on this particular fasting season. I love this art here for Rastafari Talmud. I love all the art, but this one especially just is I know Chinyami Mareko, right? It's captivating. It like kind of kidnaps the eye, captures the eye. So here we go right here. This is this particular doc right here, so we can bring it more front and center. And this is the document we'll call through Hudade to Fasika with the Honorable, right? So this particular document right here, I think, is such a revelatory document, through Hudade to Fasika. So the fast in this season has begun on the 16th. But what is fasting? Let's just keep that in mind. We want to discuss fasting. There's the exoteric fasting, or the outer fasting, the literal fasting, where we turn down our plate. Now, like I said, in Ethiopia, tzom wet, or fasting food would be considered vegan or vegetarian. This is interesting. So within the true liberty of Rastafari, I live in a fasting liberty, if you understand. But Yeshua HaMoshiach says some very, very important words to us, right? So what does the Savior say about fasting? Now, fasting is a very spiritually and even physically, it's conducive to good health. Fasting, because it's the overeating. Even when we say, well, we're going to cut out deaders and GMO and so-called bad foods, as we learn about what's really in foods and what's the best foods to sustain the carbon organic structure known as the body or the temple. That doesn't mean that, okay, when we start to eat good food, we start to be gluttons in that sense with, So everything in proportion, in a balance, right? In a balance right there, right? Because that's what is conducive to health, both of the spirit and the body, right? Or in the trinity of the spirit, the soul, and the body. So fasting, most people just think about fasting as a physical thing. Well, I'm not going to eat. And Yeshua, he teaches us much things on fasting. So I would recommend for anyone